Hello everyone, welcome to Business School 101. Have you ever wondered why companies choose to perform certain tasks in-house while outsourcing others? Or how businesses decide the best way to structure transactions to minimize costs? The answer often lies in a theory called transaction cost economics, or TCE. But what exactly is TCE? What components does it include? How does it work, and what are its benefits and challenges? In this video, I'll explore these questions with you. Section 1. Definition. Transaction cost economics is a theory that examines the hidden costs of economic exchanges, such as coordination, negotiation, and enforcement. The goal of TCE is to minimize these costs by deciding whether to perform tasks in-house or outsource them, depending on which option is more efficient. The concept was first introduced in 1937 by Nobel Prize winner, British economist Ronald Coase, and later expanded by American economist and Professor Oliver Williamson, who explored how firms decide between market transactions and internal production to reduce transaction costs. Section 2. Key components of TCE. Let's break down the key components of TCE that influence decision-making. Number 1. Transaction costs. Transaction costs are the hidden costs involved in economic exchanges. These include search and information costs, like finding the right supplier, bargaining and decision costs, such as negotiating contracts, and monitoring and enforcement costs to ensure the agreement is followed. TCE suggests that companies aim to minimize these costs when deciding whether to produce goods or services in-house or outsource them. Number 2. Asset specificity. Asset specificity refers to how specialized an investment or resource is for a particular transaction. If a resource is highly specialized, for example, custom machinery for a specific product, it may be more cost-effective to keep the transaction in-house to avoid dependency on an external party. Conversely, if the resource is general purpose, outsourcing may make more sense. Number 3. Uncertainty. Uncertainty arises when it is difficult to predict future conditions or the behavior of transaction partners. High uncertainty increases the risk of opportunism, where one party might take advantage of the other, leading firms to vertically integrate and handle transactions internally to reduce exposure to risk. Number 4. Frequency. The frequency of transactions also plays a role in decision-making. Frequent, repeated transactions with the same partner may justify long-term contracts or in-house production, as these transactions tend to become more efficient over time. Occasional or one-off transactions might be more cost-effective when outsourced to external partners. Section 3. An example. Let's consider Techware Incorporated, a software development company that provides customized business solutions. Techware is deciding whether to outsource its data storage to a third-party cloud provider or build and maintain its own data centers. Here's how TCE helps Techware make this decision. Number 1. Transaction costs. Outsourcing data storage would involve negotiating contracts, monitoring service levels, and ensuring data security compliance, all of which contribute to transaction costs. By maintaining its own data centers, Techware could avoid these monitoring and enforcement costs and gain direct control over data management. Number 2. Asset specificity. Data centers require significant investment in specialized equipment. Since this infrastructure would be tailored specifically for Techware's needs, high asset specificity makes in-house production more appealing. Relying on an external provider could increase the risk of dependency on a single supplier. Number 3. Uncertainty. The tech industry faces constant changes in data regulations and customer requirements. Outsourcing data storage may expose Techware to the risk of the external provider failing to meet regulatory changes or security standards. By managing data storage internally, Techware can reduce this uncertainty and maintain compliance with evolving regulations. Number 4. Frequency. Since data storage is an ongoing and essential part of Techware's operations, the high frequency of this transaction suggests that investing in internal data centers could lead to long-term cost efficiency, despite higher initial setup costs. As you can see, by using TCE, Techware concludes that building its own data centers will reduce transaction costs and provide more control over critical resources, even though outsourcing may seem cheaper initially. Section 4. Benefits of transaction cost economics. Adopting TCE offers several key benefits to businesses. Number 1. Reduced risk of opportunism. By carefully assessing transaction costs, companies can avoid situations where external partners take advantage of them, ensuring more stable and predictable outcomes. Number 2. Cost efficiency. TCE helps businesses minimize hidden costs associated with managing contracts, quality control, and coordination with external suppliers, leading to better overall cost efficiency. Number 3. Greater control. By vertically integrating critical activities, companies gain more control over the quality, timing, and pricing of key inputs, reducing reliance on external parties and mitigating risks related to supply chain disruptions. Number 4. Improved long-term decision-making. TCE provides a structured framework for companies to make informed long-term strategic decisions about whether to outsource or manage processes internally. Section 5. Challenges of TCE. While TCE offers significant advantages, there are also challenges. Number 1. Over-integration. In some cases, companies may overestimate the transaction costs of outsourcing and choose to vertically integrate too much. This can lead to inefficiencies and increased costs of managing diverse operations internally. Number 2. Complexity in measurement. Accurately measuring and predicting transaction costs can be complex, particularly when future market conditions or partner behaviors are uncertain. This can make decision-making more difficult. Number 3. Reduced flexibility. Vertical integration can limit a company's ability to adapt quickly to changes in the market or innovate by leveraging specialized external expertise. Section 6. Summary. To sum up, transaction cost economics, TCE, provides a valuable framework for understanding how businesses make strategic decisions about whether to handle processes in-house or outsource them. By evaluating factors such as transaction costs, asset specificity, uncertainty, and frequency, companies can choose the most cost-efficient and risk-averse option. Alright, that's all for today's topic. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to leave a comment below. I hope you found this video insightful. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.